Milo Forman was part of the Czech New Wave, a film movement led by daring filmmakers under the communist rule that began in 1963 and continued until the end of the Prague Spring Reform in 1968. The purpose of the Czech New Wave is to portray realism and realistic people on the screen in communist nations. It has creative and thematic characteristics with the other European New Wave movement. Black Peter, Milo Forman's debut feature film from 1963, is one of the first and most famous films of the Czech New Wave. Because of his communist upbringing, he developed comedic and satirical film about social outcasts and rebels who stand up to authority, and individuals who are either dysfunctional or inept, such as the Emperor in Amadeus, informing Mozart that his play has too many notes.
How shall one say, Director?
Too many notes, Your Majesty.
Exactly. Very well put. Too many notes.
Milo Forman, while casting his film, will use naturalistic acting for his actors to better depict reality by choosing character actors and non-actors who he feels can convey reality. The main character in his American film also try to express themselves within a highly structured and restrictive society. They too fight a social system more worried with the maintenance of order rather than providing personal freedom. Hence, his character demonstrates his philosophy where social institutions must be made humanitarian in their orientation and remainder of their purpose to serve the people rather than the system. Milo Forman worked on Czech film. He usually focused on the sympathy, almost entirely on the young and those who are over 30, as he considered them to be in the category of the most powerless. Forman once told Peter Cowing that in his prime of life, we pursue our profession, go after money, after women, after position. We spin the wheel of society which carry both young and old in it, whether they like it or not. Because they cannot protect themselves against it, they have neither the sense or the strength necessary. Forman used his knowledge to build and shape a story out of his own observation, but he ultimately went beyond the limitation to then present a message about the key needing of self-discovery. Also the close relationship bordering between fantasy and realism, that individuals must be able to be in search of their own identity and to make mistakes, as mistakes are not deemed failure but rather a learning experience. Forman's debut film, Black Peter, is a touching and dark comedic tale of a teen struggle in the 1960s communist-controlled Czechoslovakia. Gives some insight into the interrelationship and interactive between the youth during this difficult time period. Milo Forman cleverly and effectively utilized non-actors to highlight the appearance of being true or real, as most filmmakers aim at some kind of similar to the truth to give their story an air of realism and something believable. He also wants to highlight naturalism and along with improvisation dialogue that greatly enhance this overall effect, deal with relationship and the social life of teenagers and display interaction between different characters. Forman keep a youthful, energetic and upbeat pace throughout his cinematography. Black Peter is a great cinematic achievement in terms of showcasing a film that is about nothing and yet also about everything at the same time, which is simply bizarre and amazing. Amadeus is a 1984 historical drama film about Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, told from the point of view of Antonio Salieri, as he tells the story of his ever-growing hatred for Mozart and his extraordinary musical talent, which eventually led him to plotting to murder Mozart out of jealousy. Amadeus is widely praised for its superb cinematography, set design, and editing, and the film was nominated for 11 Academy Awards, winning 8 of them. Milo Forman was able to direct 12 films that are extremely personal to him. He attracted in audience with his amazing plot and character, and is widely renowned among filmmakers for his unique style. And he affected cinema greatly by introducing the American public to his Czech roots through his American film, and he will be greatly missed.